family. I'm really just stopping in. This gonna be a quick one. But if you seeing this right now, if you somehow come across this between now and the next couple hours, we currently at the point where the moon will be reaching its zenith as far as where it's at right now. Currently in Sagittarius. Um, and you know, Sagittarius, as far as the zodiac goes, just on a basic note, the archer, the upper half human, the lower half animal, you know, rising above animal nature. Damn, I ain't even checking my mic. That shit was on. My bad, y'all. Um, but yeah, really, you know, rising above that animal nature. And for those of y'all who know about, you know, the power of the full moon and whatnot, and really just what that represents within you and how you can harness it during times like this, do that shit. Do that shit. Take it there because we here, you know. They say the blue moon happened, what, every like couple, like 2-3 years, something like that, you know. So, with everything going on, I see it as now is the time to go ahead and harness what you've been noticing, but maybe you haven't acted upon. Receive what you've been meant to, you know. So as we continue on, man, you know, I'll be stopping in and pointing out things that I notice, things that help me realign and stay aligned, and with less interruptions and less breaks in that stream, you know, in that stream of consciousness. Because that's really where we at right now, is like, how do you take what's going on and advance it, you know? Because we at the point now where we all see what's going on. We all see, you know, the bullshit popping up, and we damn near used to it. We so desensitized to the shit. Most people running around don't even care for real. They just trying to pay bills. I mean, which is what this whole thing's set up to do, right? So of course they got you. They got you paying the bills. You gotta survive, and don't let you have no kids. You know, all this shit is a setup as a distraction to keep you just that distracted, trapped, boxed in within their 3D means of operating, because that's where they feel they have power, which they don't. Any power you feel they have is just you giving that to them, and whoever them is to you, that's who it is to you. That's the point. This ain't to attack nobody. This ain't to put nobody down or up. Over here on OccultHearts, we just talk about what is, family. We just talk about what is, and that's it. You know, obviously, from our perspective, but we try to keep it as neutral as possible when it comes to just what's going on in this world, you know, and on all the planes and realms. So for a time like this, when we talking about, you know, some moons and some full moons, and not just that, but the full moon of Sagittarius, we want to make sure we're aligning our intentions, okay, with where we truly supposed to be. It's cool if I cut on some music. See, desktop output, desktop audio, boom. Cut on some music for y'all. I want to show y'all just a couple clips. Give me a second. Yeah. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah. That's cool, man. We're gonna let that ride in the back. Let me turn that down on my Apple Music, son. Hold up. Hey, man, and if y'all haven't already, man, go tap in with that boy, Gold Soul Rebel, man. He just dropped the Hypnosis. Him and Young Elder, they just dropped the Hypnosis. I be calling it Side B. I forget exactly what he called it, but it's a remix of all the songs. All the songs on that bitch they redid the beat to it. Or I'm pretty sure it was mainly Elder, but Soul gave his input, man. Anyway, go peep that, man. It's on Bandcamp. Search Go Soul Rebel. I'm pretty sure it's on Young Elders too. Actually, it is because they collabed on it. Man, go support them, man. Them some Midwest legends. You feel me? And we always want to make sure we showing love to our own, man, for real. Especially with everything going on, you know. Here we go. Let me pull this stuff up, man. I walked out on some. Alright, hold up. Boom. Let's get it. Now, who they got on the screen right there? Okay. Let's check it out. Let me see. Mute that real quick. Duplicate it. I walked that on some. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to freaking put this bitch together real quick. Okay. Yo, what the hell? Why this one got wider? The fuck? Shit, we finna use that one. On the other one, it's like had less picture on it. That's weird. Anyway, go ahead, put me up there. Boom, let's do it. Actually, let me pull this shit up. For my bad too, y'all. Like we just vibing for real. You feel me? It's late. I wanna talk to y'all, man. Y'all like my, you feel me? My recentering. When it's something on my mind that's helping me, I don't really feel right unless I could share it. So intended, you know. Boom, boom. Okay, bet that. Let's get it. Do 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 do. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I be hating them AI videos, bro. Real talk. I stand that shit. Okay, let's see.
The blue moon in Sagittarius rises at 9 degrees and 55 minutes on Sunday, May 31st at 4:45 a.m. EDT. The moon will actually be blue. It's the second full moon of the month. This is a rare occurrence, hence the saying, once in a blue moon. This is a micro moon, which means it appears dimmer and smaller in the night sky. May begins and ends with a full moon. Release what's no longer serving you before we enter June. Let it burn. Feeling the vibes of this full moon the heaviest are the mutable signs Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, and of course Sagittarius. What are the vibes? The moon in Sagittarius finds comfort through exploration, education.
She kind of just reading off some facts, but let's go through some things that align with Sagittarius. You know what I mean? Boom. Okay, boom. Like she got a breakdown for us.
Peace and wellness.
See what it's looking like.
I hope that y'all are well and happy and whole and all that
That was fire. So y'all heard her mention the shadow period, right? Now that's fire because we love to focus on the front facing, the light side intention of everything we doing, you know. Everything got a balance. You know, I love talking with my hands. You feel me? Man, real talk though, like that's fire. Let's keep going.
And we will also identify some practices that we can implement to utilize all of this energy for our wellness. Of course, I got to shout out the tribe, the wellness community. Y'all see them in the chat. Butterflies in the sky. I love y'all dearly. Just a quick update and enjoy
Oh,
it,
here
okay?
we go.
The tribe and I will be. Today is the start of the shadow period for this full moon, and this full moon is also a blue moon, so it's a very rare moon. And I noticed a lot of people have been saying that they have already been feeling a lot of intensity around this full moon energy, right? The effects of this full moon energy is hitting already. And I mean, with a rare moon, a blue moon, as well as, like, with the intensity of Sagittarius energy and the intensity of full moon, it's definitely expected. So, I'm going to start out by explaining the meaning of the full moon, blue moon, how it may affect us, and then we'll move into the complementing planets, okay? Now, blue moons are all about reflecting, healing, and releasing anything that is not aligned with our wellness. Full moons offer us the opportunity to reflect on the past, to be very introspective, but to receive revelations, things that we don't see, things that we may need to heal, things that, may be kind of missing.
So a couple things. It definitely just off what Shorty saying, you know, peace to the goddess, man. Let's get her name in there. The Queen Poe. What's her channel name though? Shout out to you, Queen. Appreciate you for this breakdown too. I'm not as versed in the astrology as I am in some other areas, but obviously it has to do with everything. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. So shout out to Queen Pope. But what she's saying right here, it sounds like to me the full moon, especially a blue moon. This is your opportunity to release, to cleanse, and this is what we hear. This is what we hear a lot of times too. Is use the full moon. But what do we gotta remember? That the the things that get popularized once something make it to the mainstream is corrupt. It's already been infiltrated or whatever you want to call it. Not to say there's no validity there, but to understand what they telling you is not just the truth. Okay, so you got to look up for yourself. What do this really mean? So if they telling me the full moon is what I need to work with, obviously I can do some works with the full moon. But if it's not everything, then what else is there? Well, how many cycles do the moon have? You know, and they use the full moon and blue moon as talks about how this can be the most powerful, the most potent. But people forget about the new moon when the moon is completely black, right? A lot of times, many times, that's what you're looking for when you trying to manifest is the beginning of a new cycle. Don't that make sense? Versus the closing of another one. So for me, and mind you, shit, I don't got all the answers. You feel me? This is just what worked for me, and I encourage everybody to figure out what worked for them. But for me, it make a lot more sense at the closing of a cycle, which the full moon is, before it starts to then shrink back down into new moon. It make more sense to me to use the full moon to manifest the ending of a chapter or two. One kind of how she laying out, cleanse, reset. That's damn near the key word there, reset. But not reset to what you've been doing, reset to the new journey, to where you at now. You done leveled up, you done moved past certain things, you know? So now that we there, what it's really looking like. We gotta make sense of it. And to do that, it really just start with your intention. You set your intention and make sure that you is locked in. Remove distraction as much as you can, because that shit is everywhere. It's gonna keep on coming. You're never gonna be able to rid yourself of distraction all the way. So you gotta do what you can though, because intention is ritual. Everything has to do with your intention. You know. Let's keep going.
Missing us. So not being plain sight or being our conscious mind, right? So a lot of the revelations around all the full moons are centered around that. Now, I want to get into discussing Sagittarius energy because Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign that is ruled by the planet of Jupiter. Jupiter is our planet of idealism, of optimism, of philosophy, wisdom, and expansion. Now, it's interesting because yesterday, I believe, I think that was yesterday, we finished our May book of the month in the wellness community, which was The Courage to Be This Light. And at the end of the book, the philosopher said, philosophy is the love of wisdom, right? And I was telling the community, I said, when we talk about the full moon in Sagittarius, we'll talk more about that, right? Because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And as I said, Jupiter is all about philosophy and wisdom. And a lot of people get confused about that. Like, well, why do we have to say philosophy and wisdom? Isn't philosophy wisdom? And The Courage to Be Disliked explained it brilliantly by stating philosophy is the love of wisdom. Jupiter energy is all about education. It's about loving to learn, having the deep desire to learn, having the deep desire to expand in your wisdom and to grow. So Jupiter is our planet of wisdom, and it elevates our wisdom, but it elevates our wisdom through philosophy, through building our love of education, our love of wisdom, our love of learning. Okay. So during this full moon in Sagittarius, a lot of that Sagittarius energy within us will be elevated, having the desire to learn, having the desire to go down rabbit holes and explore new things, right? But really with the deep desire to gain wisdom in that area, you might find yourself having your interest peaked in certain areas that don't normally pique your interest, right? It's like, why am I drawn to this? And I'm telling you, this is always research
Hey,
based, right?
hey.
Why did I
Hold on,
draw
she
to
just
this?
said something. Sorry, I just had some teeth shit at the dentist, man. I'm still recovering. My bad. But what she just said though, man, that sang within me because it's so much that like I am interested in that I don't act like I'm interested in. And then it's so much that I didn't know I was interested in. And then there's so much more that I have yet to find out that I'm interested in. So what she talking about right there is, oh shit, hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Hello, baby. We back at it. Man, so like I was saying, what was I saying? The things you interested in, and you might start to get pulled in different directions. Feed into all that shit, man. Like I know you heard people talk about what you do at your time. You know, you got way less time than you realize. You really do. And one on the flip side, you got more time than you could ever need. You know, but you gotta stay focused. We spend so much of our time filling it up with bullshit that don't serve us for real. So one thing a full moon ritual would be perfect for is to release the things that no longer serve you. Cut them ties, sever them cords, make yourself weightless, rise above the bullshit. You feel me? Rise above anything that is not aligned with your greatest good, you know?
Hear this new term and I feel the need to go research this new term. Baby, that's full moon and Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius are usually very brilliant, right? And very philosophical people. They usually have the best quotes and give really good advice and can give you a lot of resources. They're often very resourceful. So that energy will be elevated in all of us. So that's one way you'll feel this full moon and Sagittarius today been researching a new topic, studying a new topic, getting a new book
That's so
about a different
interesting.
topic, right? Again, that's that full moon in Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is also known for being very idealistic. Again, that Jupiter energy, right? But idealistic in a way of still being very hopeful about like a dream world, a dream society, dream communities, right? And really